Hey everybody, my name is April and this is Thrifty Nerdy Mom. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So glad to see everyone. I probably needed to pause my washers. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Just had to pause that real quick. It was getting a little bit loud. But today we are here for a Nacho Day Collab. But before we get too far into it, please like and subscribe. Join our family. We would love to have you. So this collab was started by Lena from Hall Family Adventures. I'll have her and everyone else linked down below that is participating. And really it's just to make some kind of nacho themed thing. I know someone is making a nacho tumbler and I cannot wait to see that. But we are going to do barbecue nachos today. I kind of lost track of time, didn't realize November was coming up, so I looked to see what I had, and we had some leftover pork from dinner. So we're going to make barbecue nachos, and pretty much this is a pork loin that I cooked in my crock pot on low for 8 hours. I seasoned it like I want to, but we're going to warm this up real quick, add some barbecue sauce, but let me tell you what else you're going to need first. Okay, you are going to need a saucepan to make your cheese dip, which you'll just need green chilies. Usually I just buy the Walmart brand, but this was like a substitution. And then white American cheese. You might need a little splash of milk here or there, just to kind of thin it out. Not everyone adds guacamole, but I'm going to make my own guac to kind of just put on the side. I just kind of like having guac when I'm having nachos. You're going to need some jalapenos on top. If you don't like jalapenos, leave them off. And then, like I said, we're going to use pork, and then we're going to mix it up with barbecue sauce. Doesn't matter what barbecue sauce you use. I just usually use what is on sale. And of course, you're going to need some nacho chips, but those are out in my cabinet, and you'll see those later. So, let's get started on heating up the pork. I love how I was talking the entire time about what we were going to do, and then I went to go stop the camera and realize that I was never recording. Tons of mom moments today. So, my pork is in the microwave. It is warming. You'll hear it go off in just a few seconds. But while we're waiting on that, I dumped the green chilies into my saucepan, and then I'm going to take this sliced cheese that's already wrapped and kind of break that into fourths or halves and put it in my pan, slowly kind of stirring as it goes along. You don't want to heat it up too quickly because you don't want the cheese to burn. So you can use like sliced cheese out of the deli, or you can get the deluxe brand that doesn't have the wrapper on it. This was just cheaper, and I thought, why not? So we're just going to use that cheese for now. You can see here that the cheese is starting to melt a little bit, and I'm just doing a little bit at a time, making it melt, and then adding a few more, and in a minute I'll add just a splash of milk to keep it thinned out and stuff like that. So yeah, we are just breaking up the cheese and throwing it in. I'm just going to add a splash of milk. Not too much, not too little. And if you do add like too much, you can just add more cheese to kind of thicken it back up. But you want it like slightly runny, but like a cheesy texture. So this is about all I'm going to use. I used about half a pack, which this was 24, so I used about 12 slices. You could do like the whole thing and have a bunch of cheese dip left over to snack on, but usually we end up not eating it, so I'm just going to do half of a batch. Now that my cheese sauce is melted, I'm going to start working on the pork. I put the cheese sauce on a very low heat, that way it will stay warm, but it won't burn. Do occasionally stir it though. That way it doesn't stick on the bottom. But now we're going to add our barbecue sauce into our meat. Just add quite a bit. And then stir it all together. And if you want more in it, put more in it. you kind of just do your nachos like you want to do them. Next, since I finished up the pork and it's nice and barbecuey, I'm going to start making my homemade guacamole. I need to stir the cheese sauce, but we're gonna just go with 3 avocados, a couple of small jalapenos, and some lime juice. Should I have some lime? Yes. Do I? No. But so we're gonna use some lime juice. You'll probably hear Emma in here because she is out and in the background. But I cut my avocados in half. Now I'm just going to use my little slicer thing and slice up my avocados. Now I'm just going to dice up my jalapenos. Make sure to wash your hands when you're done. There's seeds going everywhere. And I'll probably wash these once I'm done and try to like wash off the seeds. Now that I diced up my jalapenos, I'm just going to slosh them up into the avocado. Add a little bit of lime juice. And then start just like smushing it together. Add salt and pepper too as you go along. I'll probably do that while I'm not filming, but homemade guacamole is just as simple as that. Now I'm going to put it all together. Yes, I'm making a grilled cheese for Emma. So, putting it all together, we're just going to take the cantina style chips from Walmart. And we're going to add a layer of the chips onto the plate. Now we're going to add some of the barbecue pork onto the chips.
Wow! You grabbed my notebook.
Now that we have the pork down, we're going to add some of the cheese. And then I'm going to add some of this quesadilla cheese that I always pick up from Walmart. I tend to really like it. And then I will add jalapenos on his. I'll add avocados to mine. And honestly, that's that. It's a really easy, simple meal. The hardest thing to do is to like melt the cheese and cut up the avocado and jalapenos. But here is my plate. It has like a healthy dose of guac on it. If I call guac avocado in this video, it just happens. I always do. But I have guac on top of mine. And then my fiance that's pretty much the same thing. I added a little bit more pork on his and then added some jalapenos on the top. But yeah, it's a super easy, super simple meal. It's great to do with leftover pork. I highly suggest it. But thank you so much for watching, and go down and see everyone else's nacho themed things down below. Thank you again for watching. Hope to see you real soon. Bye. And just so you guys know, I am about to start my washing machine again. Because that's what we do on the weekends.